Europe is building new barriers around critical technology. Canada is gaining access to major industrial opportunities worth billions. And unexpected warning signs are emerging around one of the world's biggest sporting events. At first glance, these stories seem completely unrelated. But together they reveal a much larger shift in economic power, supply chains, artificial intelligence, critical resources, and the future of industries that shape the vehicles we drive. Welcome back to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit. From Europe's growing technology firewall to Canada's expanding influence and the global realignment behind it all, here are 6 developments quietly rewriting the balance of power. Number 6. Europe's tech firewall. New barriers reshape global investment. Artificial intelligence, semiconductors, cloud computing, advanced software, critical minerals, and defense technologies have become essential pillars of modern economic power. Europe is introducing stricter screening measures for investments involving these sectors, giving regulators greater oversight of acquisitions, partnerships, research projects, and manufacturing expansions. Supporters say the policy protects intellectual property and reduces strategic dependence on foreign suppliers, while critics warn it could slow innovation. For automakers, the stakes are significant. Modern vehicles rely on software, AI systems, battery management technology, advanced chips, and connected services. As technology becomes a geopolitical asset, future automotive development decisions may increasingly be influenced by national security priorities. But tighter rules are only half of Europe's strategy. The next question is who gains access to the opportunities that remain, and one country appears to be emerging as a major beneficiary. Number 5. Canada's big break. Inside Europe's €150 billion opportunity. Canada is becoming an increasingly important partner as Europe expands cooperation in defense, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and advanced manufacturing. Canadian companies already participate in numerous collaborative programs, creating opportunities for investment, engineering contracts, and technological development. The benefits often extend well beyond military applications. Many technologies found in today's vehicles, including advanced sensors, navigation systems, communication networks, and battery innovations, originated from government-backed research efforts. Stronger Canadian participation in European initiatives could accelerate innovation across transportation and manufacturing sectors. For automotive enthusiasts, these partnerships may help shape future vehicle technologies, supply chains, and industrial competitiveness for years to come. Yet Europe's long-term objective goes beyond selecting trusted partners. The continent is simultaneously working to strengthen its own industrial foundations and reduce strategic vulnerabilities. Number 4. Europe's industrial fortress. The push for strategic independence. Europe is pursuing a major strategy focused on industrial resilience, technological sovereignty, and stronger domestic capabilities. Policymakers want to reduce dependence on external suppliers for critical sectors such as semiconductors, battery manufacturing, artificial intelligence, renewable energy equipment, advanced materials, and defense production. For automakers, the implications are substantial. Modern vehicles depend on complex global supply chains involving chips, battery minerals, sensors, connectivity systems, and software platforms. Recent disruptions highlighted vulnerabilities when key components came from limited regions. European leaders now seek greater oversight and local capacity to improve long-term security while remaining globally competitive. Strategic industries increasingly sit at the crossroads of economics and national security. Technology may dominate headlines, but another strategic resource is quietly becoming just as important, and Canada happens to control some of the world's most valuable reserves. Number 3. Canada's potash advantage. The resource nations suddenly need. When people discuss critical resources, they usually focus on oil, lithium, rare earth minerals, or advanced semiconductors. Yet potash remains one of the world's most important commodities. This fertilizer ingredient is essential for maintaining crop yields and supporting global food production. Canada holds some of the world's largest potash reserves, making it a dominant supplier to international markets. Recent disruptions involving Russia, Belarus, and global shipping routes have increased demand for dependable alternatives. The connection to vehicles may seem distant, but strong agricultural economies support demand for pickups, commercial trucks, farm equipment, trailers, and transportation services across major markets. And the impact of these shifting economic relationships is no longer confined to commodity markets. Signs of change are beginning to appear in tourism, consumer spending, and even one of the world's most celebrated sporting events. Number 2. World Cup warning. Tourism fears raise economic questions. The FIFA World Cup is traditionally associated with tourism growth, packed hotels, busy restaurants, and billions in economic activity. However, some analysts have raised questions about whether tourism demand will be distributed evenly among host nations. Concerns surrounding international travel patterns, visa processing, and broader geopolitical issues have entered the discussion. For the automotive sector, tourism matters more than many realize. Major sporting events boost demand for rental vehicles, airport transportation, shuttle fleets, rideshare services, logistics operations, and commercial vehicles. The broader lesson is clear. Economic confidence and international perception increasingly influence spending, investment, and travel decisions. Before we reveal the number 1 development, take a quick second to support the channel. If you're enjoying these deep dives into the industries, technologies, and geopolitical shifts shaping the future of transportation, hit that like button, subscribe to Piston Pundit, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest vehicle updates and industry analysis. Whether we're talking about technology, investments, industrial policy, fertilizer supplies, or international tourism, every trend we've covered points toward the same conclusion. The global balance of economic influence is being rewritten. Number 1. The Great Realignment. How global power is being rewritten. The common thread connecting today's developments is strategic realignment. Europe is strengthening industrial protections, governments are prioritizing trusted supply chains, and Canada is expanding influence through technology partnerships and critical resources. Artificial intelligence, semiconductors, advanced manufacturing, defense production, and fertilizer supply are becoming increasingly tied to national strategy. For automakers, the implications are substantial. Vehicle production depends on semiconductors, software, batteries, raw materials, logistics networks, and global manufacturing systems. Disruptions in any part of that chain can affect pricing, availability, and innovation. Decisions made in major capitals today may influence dealership showrooms years from now. Taken individually, these developments may appear unrelated. Viewed together, however, they reveal one of the most significant economic and technological shifts of the modern era. Verdict: the new race for economic and technological power. The developments we've explored highlight a world where technology, resources, industrial policy, and strategic partnerships increasingly shape economic success. Europe's tighter oversight of critical industries, Canada's expanding participation in major initiatives, and growing competition over supply chains all point toward a changing global landscape. For the automotive industry, these shifts will influence innovation, manufacturing, investment, technology development, and future vehicle production for years to come. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Do you think Europe's push for greater industrial independence will strengthen or weaken innovation? Could Canada's growing influence in technology and critical resources become a long-term competitive advantage? Which factor will have the biggest impact on future vehicle development? AI, semiconductors, supply chains, or critical minerals? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. If you enjoyed this analysis, subscribe to Piston Pundit and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest vehicle updates, industry insights, and automotive deep dives. Thanks for watching. You can now check out any of the videos on the screen. There's plenty more to explore.